This is Milwaukee Update with Brenda Lenzer and Benjamin Krug.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Milwaukee Update. Here are tonight's top stories.
Just before the election this November, Obama supporters were encouraging Milwaukeeans not to vote for John McCain on grounds that Senator McCain had said, quote, he would hate to live in Milwaukee. But it turns out he miscounted his houses again and actually owns a condo in the 3rd Ward.
Milwaukee County voters this month narrowly passed a referendum that would, according to the language of the ballot, allow the county to raise sales taxes in order to lower property taxes in exchange. Upon hearing the results of this ballot, the Milwaukee County Board stated, yeah, lowering property taxes. We'll get right on that. Any day now. It's just around the corner. That's definitely going near the top of our list.
While by no means unusual, one of the commonalities of many ballots in Wisconsin this month was that they featured offices to which only one of the 2 major parties had nominated a candidate, thereby leaving that office uncontested. Here to comment on the pros and cons of this phenomena is our own elections correspondent, Sam Kowalski.
Thank you. You know, Brenda, to be honest with you, I don't know what people are complaining about. Every office on my ballot had at least 2 people running for it.
Well, I don't know what to say about that because you and I live pretty close and we should have had the same ballot. And there were quite a few names only running for one office. For example, who did you have running for state assemblyman?
Well, let's see here. That would be John Richards and, of course, the Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man? I find that a little difficult to believe. If a candidate by that name was really running, I think I would remember it.
Well, I don't know how you missed him. He was running for about 10 offices all at once.
What?
Yeah, he was running for president, state assemblyman, U.S. representative, and various city positions simultaneously. I only voted for him for district attorney. I didn't want one man to have so much power.
Oh, okay. Now, did you actually see the name Invisible Man on the ballot, or did you just fill in an arrow pointing to a blank spot and assume you were voting for the Invisible Man?
Well, the latter, of course. If the man's invisible, he's going to write using invisible ink. I know I would if I were invisible.
Sam, what you're talking about is the write-in slot. That's the spot you use if somebody didn't get their name on the ballot and you just use that space to write in their name.
Well, that just doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to throw my vote away on someone who didn't even get enough, or didn't even get their name on the ballot? I mean, it's not like we're voting for fictional characters here.
Sam, you do realize that the Invisible Man is... No, you probably don't. Sam Kowalski, everybody.
Thank you.
The city of Kenosha, Wisconsin this month passed a law banning the activity of text messaging while driving. City officials said that this law is directed at the same group of people who necessitated laws prohibiting ice skating while operating a blowtorch and leaf raking while standing in a minefield. The mayor of Kenosha says he wants his city to be the first community to successfully fix stupid.
Beware the corpse flower! At the Milwaukee Public Museum, after initial fears that the corpse flower had not been exposed to enough heat to allow it to bloom, museum officials announced that it did indeed partially bloom in November, allowing visitors to get the scent of the famous pollen that, quote, smells like dead people. What curators did not reveal is that in order to achieve this, the flower required the feast on the blood of many curators' firstborn sons.
The Green Bay Packers this month ended a 5-game streak of losing games against the Chicago Bears when playing at Lambeau Field. With a 37-3 victory for the final score, many fans cheered over the lopsided victory. But hold on a minute, folks. The game was closer than you might think. Both teams were on the same field. That was pretty close.